will print out each email so that I can read it later, as our visiting schedule is affected by the current COVID-19 pandemic. I hardly know where to begin, except to say this is not the first time historic murals have been threatened. As you know, we fought hard with the city of San Francisco to preserve the New Deal murals at Coit Tower. My father was the lead among that group of 25 artists. It seems that either the excuse of monies being difficult to allocate, or murals that are neglected or worse, threatened with demolition due to their social and or political content, is an age-old fight. I recall when my daughter Karen was hospitalized for an illness from which she eventually recovered. My father contacted me in shock to say that he had just been informed that the administrators at the UC Medical Center told him they were going to remove the murals. This was more than 70 years ago. Fortunately, more intelligent minds prevailed, and yet, sadly, history now seems to be repeating itself. One of the members of your own staff, Dr. Schindler, was quoted as saying, "History is often destroyed by the arrogance of the present." It is egregious to me that people today assign themselves the moral right to decide what should happen to these historic and irreplaceable pieces of art. They were painted in 1935. These were the thoughts and principles of the artists of that time. To destroy them is to willfully ignore what was taking place in our world and arbitrarily erase significant portions of our history and evolution. Nobody has that kind of authority. Nobody. As I reflect back on a lifetime of battles engaged, of social causes shepherded through my years of publishing on domestic violence and sexual assault, on civil rights, women's rights, gay rights, the La Raza movement, of all the fights I have either been involved with or led, I feel very strongly about this one. At a time of a global healthcare-based pandemic, the need for the messaging in my father's work in Toland Hall are ironically more applicable today than ever. I am not mollified in the least that you are offering to produce a digital record of these murals. That is a ludicrous alternative and, in my opinion, a weak excuse to help justify your callous decision to destroy these murals. It is a travesty. While there isn't much I can do from my location, 3 hours away from San Francisco, I will enlist the help of everyone I know, shed as much light on this as I can, and hope that the decision makers at UCSF find it within themselves to remove the threat of demolishing my father's art. Instead, you should allocate the funds to safely remove, restore, and reinstall these important murals either in a newly constructed facility on the Parnassus campus or in another prominent UC-owned facility. It seems your vision and reputation would be so much better served with this trajectory of thinking. I have been informed that a law firm representing UCSF has reached out to my brother Nathan Zackheim to inform him of your timeline and projected costs. Your studies claim that the costs will be in the neighborhood of $8 million, when in fact I am told that my brother, who is eminently qualified to perform these tasks, can do so for approximately $1 million. Had you reached out and consulted with him in the beginning, he could have informed you of this budget at the onset. I am exhorting you all to do the right thing. You must allocate the necessary funding and preserve these priceless murals